Alright, so the first game we have is against a Kenrith, which is usually a 5-color deck, which means that everything's gonna be very, very painful. And we have a lot of RAM, so we'll keep this. We could just put a tap land on the first turn. Afterwards, we could just ram straight up to 4 lands. So there's an Enlightenment, which allows him to scry for 1. It's okay for us because we can just ram to 4 mana. We can ram to 4 mana in turn 3. That's very, very nice. Let's drop a tap land just to get some nice mana fixing over here. I think we'll take a Highland Forest. So next turn we could get a Chandra and just keep getting ramped up from there, because he's gonna be more slow than us. He's gonna be slower than us, so we can drop this Chandra, and then we could just tap up for 2 red and then pass.
Today's my lucky day.
So in turn 3 we could get 7 mana on board and Lotus Cobra. That's fine. That is indeed fine. We can put a Snow-Covered Forest here first. And let's... we could do 4. We could also gain to 7 mana. You know what? The more the RAM, the better. So what I'm thinking here is getting the 2 red.
Yup, you're going
and just to upgrade the Lotus Cobra, slow down his RAM, and then we get even more. We get even more lands right here. Make sure it doesn't catch up, and you know, make sure our land base is smooth as butter. So at this point, I will take a few of Ruin, and maybe another a shock land. A shock land would be great. So let's check out the land base. We have a lot of greens. Let's get a bit. Let's get more greens. Greens are kind of very important in our deck right now, and this one goes Endless Tap. Pass. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 mana. That's absolutely insane for turn 3. So he drops a Ranging Raptor. Not too much of a threat here. So we could just Chandra. Drop a Rin and Seri. He goes for a counter spell. Well, that's not really what I expected. And we're gonna just move it back to a command zone. And maybe I think we just drop an Ice and Chariot here. At least have a blocker and a Shadow Spear as well. So next turn, he could Kenrith. But if we do a -7 on Chandra, it's gonna hurt a lot to him. Because every time we cast a spell, we do 5 damage to any target. And he seems to have some mana fixing issues. He's missing a black source. So he mutates, that allows him to look at the top of the library and put a land. If it's a land, put it in the battlefield. And he's gonna try to dig for something. It's fine, so that doesn't really matter at this point. We could get a lot of draws, so this can go either way. We could either ramp up a bit more, drop a Rin and Seri, a Keeper of Fables to get a draw, or we could just make sure he doesn't get the land source he needs. What he needs is an extra black source. So we could take out the Temple of Malice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 mana. Our commander is 6, so I assume the best play is probably a Keeper of Fables. And then we could attach. We could crew the Chariot like this. And then equip this. We can equip this on a cat. I think that's fine. And then we'll swing for 2. We'll swing for 7. Which allows us to draw 1 card, a Crowsand Grip. Pretty handy here. I think at this point we have enough mana to do damage, so we will sacrifice the Chandra.
Whatever. Figure it out on your own. Let's light it up.
This is very, very dangerous for them. Every time I cast a spell, I'll do 5 damage. And he can't do anything about it. And that kind of neutralizes his Kenrith, which is 5. Esper's Concurve Devs. Okay. So I assume he's gonna go for the Keeper of Fables. Either that or the Chariot. he can't go for the emblem. The emblem is already there. It's permanent. That's a cool thing about emblems in Magic. You can't clear any emblems. And he's kind of out of gas at the moment. I like that. So he kind of inhabits my draws, but he only has one red or black sauce. So this is gonna be a very crazy turn. So first things first, we can do a Celestius, and we hit the Pass Abyss. He can tap up our land. Fine, it's okay. Because we have Croissant Grip. This goes through counter spells. So it's a very, very strong card right now. And he can ram. You go ahead, you can do a ram. So whatever he does, if the cantrip comes out, we are ready to deal with it. Actually no, we cannot deal with it. We have to take out Espelus Conquer's Death here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we can deal with it. So we'll swing for 5. So we have 5 mana. 5 mana and we're ready to swing. Yep, this doesn't matter. He can go for a Canriff right now. If he draws for a Canriff, go ahead. Because the dangerous thing is that we're gonna have 5 mana. We're gonna deal 5 damage to him. So the dangerous thing is that we're gonna do 5 damage anyway. Kraken, Heartbreaker Horror, sure. At this point we can Croissant Grip. Yeah, we can Croissant Grip. We'll Croissant Grip the Espelus and do 5 damage to him. So at this point it really doesn't matter, because we just need to cast 2 spells and we're done, thanks to the emblem itself. So what's he gonna return? He can return a cat. Go ahead. Feel free to do that. Because now we just need to cast our commander. And we'll hit it for 5. And then we cast another spell. And hit it for 5. It doesn't matter what tokens we have here because... Bam! Face damage! That's what happens when you play a greedy deck, I guess. Okay, we're on to another game, and this is one of the most annoying decks to play with. Not only just in Commander, not only just in Historic Brawl, like even in Commander as well. Because Chariot is such an annoying card. It steals all your permanents, and basically no one likes to play with Chariot, but you know what, we'll try our best to stop it. Turn 1, Vampire the Dire Moon, gives him some chip damage. Nothing too serious because we can just drop an Overgrown Farmland. The advantage of fighting a mono back deck is that they have very little enchantment removal, so we could just slowly keep ramping up. Maybe we can drop a Crater Hoof afterwards if we have enough creatures. But we have to see, because he can sacrifice his creature right now to get a 3-mana drop. A Pyrexian Arena, maybe a Pyrexian Arena, or even a Mana Rock. And Mana Ritual. Guess he's going Chariot, turn 3. Ouch, that's gonna hurt. And we do not have any removals against it, so this is especially dangerous. But we'll try. We'll try to see how far we can go. And he drops a Mind Stone, and he just swings for 4. Ah, not too bad. So we can Celestius Mind Stone, and then we can slowly build up our board afterwards. So I think that is the play. So we drop this. We drop a Celestius. And then we drop a Mind Stone. There we go, we're at 7 mana. Even though he has a turbo Dark Ritual draw, we are still catching up in terms of mana. And unless he forces me to just sacrifice my stuff, that's a bit dangerous, but doesn't look like it. He doesn't look like he has anything to discard from my deck. So it looks absolutely fine for now, except the fact that we are facing a lot of pummel damage to the face. We don't really want any damage to the face right now, but it's unfortunate. But I don't know. What's he gonna do here? Okay, he's just gonna swing for 4. Fair enough. Doesn't really like potatoes in the face. So we have 7 mana. So we can do a Rin and Seri here to drop our commander. And then just start building the board with a Bolt Hound, which allows us to create a cat token. And we can pass. So it really depends on what he's gonna do, because if he's gonna force me to sacrifice stuff. Okay, target opponent discards a card, activate only as a sorcery. Okay, now this is dangerous. And there goes my commander. Unfortunate, but it happens. So at this point, I really can't afford to get my Cradle Hoof stolen. So we're just gonna drop a Cradle Hoof right here. And then we'll smack for as much as possible. See how many damage he wants to mitigate. Because this is gonna be painful for him. Alright, so if this point he's gonna get a Faceless Agent. I don't know how we could deal with him. He's gonna discard a card. We'll give him a Faceless Agent, I guess. This is just 3 mana card. It's okay. What is the most prevalent type in this deck? I don't know. But it's clearly he can. Oh no, he can take an Ice Guess. But that's an Exile, so I'm safe. I'm actually safe. I'm surprised. So we can do this. We can Rin and Seri. Oh my god. Misplay because I could have kept the land up. But it's alright. It's alright. So he's gonna Mind Stone to draw a card. And hopefully we could do something good with our next turn. It's kind of like a head-to-head battle right now. It's because it's 9 health and 8 health. But if I can pop off the Rin and Seri here, at least kill the Faceless Agent. Sacrifice whoever kills discards a card. So we'll discard the 1/1 cat. It's okay. And it's gonna swing for 4. No, he's not gonna swing at all. This is the part where we Mind Stone. And that gives him a Mana Rock. But we get a draw, so which is kind of okay here. Because if we do an Imposter right now, we can do this. We get a cat, we get a dog. And let's see, do we have enough colors? Yeah, we have colors because of the Celestius. So we could drop this tap. And then we'll destroy the Platecrafter. And if we sacrifice a Field of Ruin, he's gonna get it. So we'll keep it up and wait until the next turn. Because he's gonna sacrifice the Soul Ring right now. Mind Stone, sorry. This is a close battle. It could go very either way because we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 dogs, 3 dogs and 3 cats. The perfect synergy. So if we have a Changeling, it will be absolutely amazing. But it doesn't look like he has any turns to play. He can't play Hive of the Hive Tyrant right now because it is. He can use it as a blocker. That's about it. Alright. Draw a card if you do discard a card. No. So perfect, we get a cat. By getting a cat, we also get a dog. So I think we can swing now. We can swing as much as possible. And then if he blocks, we will just use Rin and Seri, tap it to kill his Tigrid. Let's see what's his play. It's gonna go for that. Alright, then we'll take out Tigrid right there. And that's good. We got the game. We won against the Tigrid deck. It's that simple. It is indeed that simple. We have another game, and this is yet another discard heavy deck. What's the very one in discard decks today? But Tiny Bones. It is a jumpstart commander. At the beginning of each step, if the opponent discards each starts his turn, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Very good if you have a lot of discard heavy decks. And our hand doesn't seem to be very strong right now. There's a lot of shapeshifters, but we want to go for a ram heavy one. We want to punish them as soon as possible, and they go first. So here we could try to get a loyal Warhound. They go first, so if we could try to get a loyal Warhound on maybe on turn 3, it would be better if we get it on turn 2. But we need a white source for that to happen, so we'll see what happens then. So turn 1, Snow-Covered Swamp from the opponent. Nothing too major. So we did a Reclamation stage, but our colors are having an issue. We could just drop a Snow-Covered Mountain and pass. And turn 2, he can just drop a Tiny Bones. So if it's what's appreciated is if we get a Braid. A Braid or maybe some nice a White Source. A White Source would be perfect. He drops a Mind Stone. Alright, nothing too particularly bad here. But let's check out. Yeah, we don't really have a play after that. Turn 3, he can drop a Tiny Bones or he can drop an Enchantment. But we have Reclamation Stage to take care of it. So he could drop Tiny Bones, a Fel Spectre. Oh. When it happens, opponent discards a card. We're gonna discard Keeper of Fables. And we lose 2 life. This is unfortunate, but it happens. We're gonna drop a Reclamation Stage. Take out their Mind Stone. So at this point, we kind of slowed down their ramp, so it's not too bad. But I don't know, because if he puts a Mind Stone on turn 2, it means that he probably has a potential for higher plays. So we effectively may have stopped him a bit more. And he dropped a Drainer. That is something dangerous we can't. We have a Castle Embreth. Actually, this is very, very good, because we could take out the Drainer next turn. We could kind of just drop a Chandra and force them to use Fel Spectre to take it out. Or no, their lands are kind of behind at the same time, so we could get a land advantage like that. So if they attack, put a +1 on each counter on control, so 2, 3, it'll become 5. So it's unfortunate that we can't really do much about that. So what I think the best play would be a Skycliffe Relic. We drop it like this, and a Castle Embreth. We can't drop a lot, but Dromoka's command will deal with it the next turn. So I'm not particularly worried. He's behind by a bit, so we could Chandra, as well as taking care of the Fel Spectre as well, because we have enough mana to do that. And he gets a +1, and then he gets another +1. So oh wait. Okay, so it only combat damage to that player, so the first time he does it. It's not too bad. We can deal with it still. Can we deal with it? Not really. Unburdened. Target player discards 2 cards. Unfortunately, Dromoka and Lion has go. And we lose a bit more chip damage. Unfortunate. And what else can you do? It's 1 mana. Oracle of Mudaya would be absolutely great if the next source is a land. We could try. Let's drop an Oracle first. And it's not a land, so that is not very good for our deck. Unfortunately, that was a very, very bad play. We didn't actually get to our enough ramp to start pulling off. So with that, it brings us to 7. And if he has more ways to discard my deck, that would be very, very painful. But I would assume that if he drops a land, Loyal Warhound is gonna bring us back up. But the other problem is that we do not have enough damage. Oh no, we got everything discarded. I guess that's game. That's probably game, isn't it? Yep, that is indeed the date. That is indeed game. Unfortunately, he caught us. He caught us with a discard. And disruption is very, very important for commander games. So the next game we have is against Edgar Changgroom. It is probably a vampire tribal deck, because other vampires get +1/+1. And when it dies, it creates a coffin that creates a 1/1 black vampire creature token, so he can overwhelm the board with lots of vampires. But we're gonna see what we could do with Cat. That sounds a bit underwhelming, but trust me. We're gonna see what we can do with Cat. So we have Universal Automaton, but we're not gonna play on turn 1, because we can do it on turn 4 with Rin and Seri, and we get Chromatic Lantern to get our mana fixing. So this looks like an absolutely clean start. And let's just see how we can do with this. We have a Pride Sovereign as well as a Lord, and this actually is pretty good. There we go. We could just drop our Sun Petal Grove. And turn 2 he doesn't play anything. We have Mirari's Wake to play as well, and that is a particularly strong card for our deck because it just doubles our mana. All right, so this point we can Faceless Haven. And let's drop a Chromatic Lantern. Let's get all the mana we have. Because he could deal with it. He could remove it. It's fine. Because we still have turn 5 next turn. And Mirari's Rape is going to be very, very devastating for the opponent. Looks like it's gonna drop an Edgar. Alright. Not too scary here. Because Mirari's Wake right here means we have 8 mana plus 1. We have 9 mana already. So even if it doesn't have an enchantment removal, he's in trouble. Because we're gonna flood the board. He drops a Mind Stone, so now it's at 6 mana. A Banishing Light to take care of our... Okay. Fair enough. I would say that's a completely fair thing to do. And we are kind of lacking in mana, so... We can throw a Mind Stone. And then we'll get a Toski. A Toski that makes it tank 4 damage for us this turn. Next turn onwards, he can't do it because at that point... Okay, so what is this card? I have not seen it before. City Stalker Connoisseur. Discard a card of greatest value. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm not too threatened about this. He's gonna sacrifice it and try and draw something. He discards a Fateful Absence, which is kind of a huge question mark. A Guardian Project would be super good right now. You know what? I think a Guardian Project would be great. We drop a Guardian Project. And we can draw a Pack Leader. And this gives us a draw. And it's Kata's Crusade. Unfortunately, Edgar does have to... Toski does have to attack. So we may be taking 8 damage this turn. But I think we are good. Depends on how much enchantment removal he has. If we could get back the Mirage Wake, that would be excellent. But we don't have that much answers for it. We have not much answers to get back our enchantment removals. But for now, Sorin. Alright, so he could kill my Pack Leader. If he chooses to, but he chooses to put a Vampire in the battlefield. What would it be? A Drainer. That is very dangerous. A Great Henge would be particularly very useful. But I don't think we have the mana to do it right now. So we'll do a Kata's Crusade. And Shadow Sphere. Hopefully, what he has doesn't be he can't deal with the board right there, because right now we are looking at 9 damage in the face, at least 9. Sacrifice his Mind Stone to get a draw. What's his play going to be with this? Because if we have Rin and Seri and Universal Automaton, the Great Henge is going to go down a lot, and this is very painful. It's gonna be Exquisite Blood. And he kills the Pack Leader, so he's gonna use my own Pack Leader to attack against me. I don't like that. That's very rude. And he's gonna swing and use my Pack Leader. Wait, he doesn't get the Pack Leader? Or is it a combat damage? Oh, okay. So right now, I'm pretty sure this is the play. We drop a Rin and Seri. And we got a draw from that. Oh, that's actually very good. Universal Automaton. Which creates even more stuff right here. And doesn't draw a card. And bam. This is looking actually very scary for the opponent, but this is the point where he has to block. If he doesn't block. Okay, so Edgar goes down. He could put it as a coffin. Yeah, he's gonna return it transform under control. So he's gonna get a token. But he's not gonna expect the next turn. The next turn is gonna be quite devastating for him. If we drop the Great Henge. If we are able to drop the Great Henge, it's a lot of pain. I would say that's a lot of pain. And we could get our life back. Alright, so what can you get? Oh, he doesn't have anything on the board. And we're gonna take 12. Particularly painful. But let's check out. We have a Chaos Warp at the same time. So we could just tap for a Great Henge right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana. So we could equip the Shadow Spear. We could equip the Shadow Spear. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. 9. So Feather the Retreat first. We gain some health. Snow Covered Forest. To get a cat. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. How many cats do we have? Let's check out. 1, 2, 3. So particularly, we could do this. Tap Rin and Seri. Wait, I'm gonna check my mana a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna kill Sorin. I'm gonna kill Sorin right here. Gain some life back.
Games bore me.
And then we're gonna swing. We're gonna swing everything. Even though he has a lot of life, he's gonna get overwhelmed if he doesn't get board removal. He's gonna tank the Toski. Good enough. And this point we're gonna draw 2 cards. There we go. And we got a Sacred Foundry, and we got another Changeling. Perfect, perfect. Perfect. Because he does not have life gain at all at this point. So here's the part where we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back with lots of cats and dogs. Alright. He's gonna pass. Swing for 6. Bring back a Vampire. You can have... Okay, so that gets rid of my Chaos Warp. I don't think that's a big issue. Because the Imposter was the one I'm looking for. Absolutely fine. And we take 6. And we take another 6. Oh, he gains 6. Sorry, he gains 6. I've mistaken it with Vito. He exiles my Toski. I don't think that's a big issue right now. And then he's gonna look at the top card. Whether he wants to exile it is up to him. Now it's my turn. Oh, this is a big play. Okay, first things first. We're gonna get a cat. We lose life, he gains life. Doesn't matter that much. We're gonna drop a Masswood Nexus. So now, everything we have is cats and dogs. We could actually just hit the drain out of this. And we gain so much life. And right now, we'll just drop the Imposter. Get even more life. Maybe that was a bit of a misplay because we could buff our set up even more. And this just gives us a lot of draw. Insane amount of draws. Even the Toski going down. Doesn't matter. Because we're just gonna swing everything at him. Everything is cats and everything is dogs. That's a weird combination. Oh, there we go. He's gonna slowly drain down his life. And hopefully, we could get some draws to help us out the next turn. He gets a Legion's Landing to give him more vampires. But Rin and Seri is now absolutely devastating. We did not get what we wanted, but it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna drop a Ruffle Veil. Which, there we go. He concedes. There's no way of dealing with this overwhelming amount of cats and dogs and basically everything there. And that is how we deal with vampires, guys, with cats and dogs.